Woo! We're back. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show, brought to you by Front Yard Fantasy. My name is Troy, and I have a basketball game tomorrow.
I love it.
Nailed it. I am JL, joined as always with my co-host here, Josh. Simon's still sick, and we got a very special guest today, Christopher Pinto, aka Aggie Kappa Sig. He's the host of the Fantasy First Rounds on Rum Boys. He's Sports Sector is his company, and also he's a senior draft analyst at Pro Football Network. This man does it all. Christopher, how's it doing? How is it going? How's it doing?
I'm a great guy, Chris.
First and foremost, JL, Josh, thank you for having me on this show, man. I've caught up on the recent 3 or 4 weeks, and dude, I absolutely love what y'all do. Obviously, Simon's not with us, man. He messaged me earlier, and I was like, I got to come back. That I got to have the full experience, all three of y'all next time. But we're gonna hold it down, Josh and JL and me and myself. This is gonna be super fun, man. Like, when Jay messaged me a while ago and was like, hey, do you want to come on this show? I was like, absolutely. Why not? A game show and like get to cheer out running backs. And then we get to talk about something not fantasy football related. So my wife will definitely be tuning into this because, all I talk about is fantasy football. And now there's baseball opening day today. And she's just like,
I'm sick of it.
too much. Chris.
I love it. Maria's the same way. We do the mock draft shows and she's like, not interested. But whenever we do like the tiering fruit, she's like, all right, she's in the comments. Like, look, she's here right now. Hi, my name is Troy and I have a basketball game tomorrow. And Maria says so much Kappa Sig love. True.
And
True.
There is some. JR coming in, AKDB. Let's go, JR. What's up?
Yeah,
I'm not
JR too.
Yeah, Dr. Chalupo, Sig. Let's go. Yeah, that's what's up. Just so everyone in the chat knows, I also went to Kappa Sig.
You went to Kappa Sig?
Wow. We went to different colleges, but I was also in Kappa Sigma, the fraternity. This is actually the first time Chris and I are getting to meet, though. So it's exciting stuff.
I came in like in the back screen and Josh was like, hey, did anyone tell you? And I was like, Simon's not going to be here. He's like, no, good news. I'm a Kappa Sig. And I was like, A to B, bro.
That's exactly how it happened. That's
hilarious. Craig says, hey, party time.
Yeah.
He said, I was sub 200. He said, I was sub 200. Just saying. Yeah. Just now, Chris? You were on a show like a month ago, bro.
Hey, let it happen. Good. Thank you for doing it. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I mean, do it as quickly as you can.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
But I'm watching you, bro.
Chris, it's opening day. Yeah, I'm already drinking. Come on, man.
What are you
Hey, me too. I'm getting those college vibes again. So of course I'm drinking,
College vibes. Start talking Kappa Sig and Josh just immediately, it's like Pavlov's dogs. Starts drinking.
I gotta go grab a beer. I'm out.
JR said, miss you guys. We missed you, JR. Glad to have you back. Adam Panda says, what's up, Front Yard Farts? I like that one. That one's much better than Front Yard Vam.
So JR, you were in Kappa Sig or we'll get into that later, I guess.
Yeah. Jay says, whoa, Black Betty, Front Yard Fam. That's pretty good. I like that.
I'm glad
you sang it. I'm glad you sang it.
That's great. That's creative. Dr. Julep says, what in the world was that emote? I don't know what that means.
Oh, I think he means the one he used when he said Sig. It's just like
I have no idea.
I just watched Deadliest Catch. I was like, is that Sig Hansen? No.
Maybe it is. I have no idea. I don't watch Deadliest Catch.
That's fair. I like that kind of stuff.
My roommate's very into it though, so he would love to have a conversation with you sometime, I'm sure.
Jay says Chris's drink is invisible, and that's amazing. Whoa.
Oh my God, that is so cool.
Wow. Is that
I'm
your
getting a green
superhero?
screen,
It's a
only
Dos
buying
Equis
green
power?
bottles. That's my plan. Doing it. It's happening.
You know, it's just like, when you're taking pictures for like for Kappa Sig website and stuff, you have to cover up the beer names and, you got to do all that. So green screen behind me, green beer bottle, I'm covered.
That's smart.
What's up?
That's real smart. And Dr. Chalupa said Kappa automatically went to that emote.
And
I have zero idea why it's doing
Adam
that.
Panda knows about this. He said the emote is the Kappa emote. Obviously, duh. I mean, figure it out, guys. Figure it out.
Yeah, maybe we're not hip
Some
enough.
Googling later.
Yeah, maybe that's like a Twitch thing, like a gamer Twitch thing that we just don't know.
So we have these brackets, man, and I want to hit them hard. I want to get through
do
them
it.
all. There are a couple of longer ones. There's 2 16-player or thing brackets, and we got to get through them. And I think we're gonna do it just fine.
Oh yeah. Let's get into them. Before we do, quick way to support the show: subscribe to us on YouTube, hit the thumbs up. Easy way. We're here every day, every weekday, 3 p.m. playing games, brackets, tiers, horse. What else? Family Feud, Quiplash. We got Quiplash tomorrow. Yeah, super easy way to support the show. Follow us on Twitch or YouTube. Let's go play some brackets here. Josh, I almost called you Simon.
Excited. Hey, Simon's normally putting together these brackets. I don't blame you, Simon. We miss you. I don't know if you're in the chat out there, but we need you back as soon
He said
as
he was going to try, but he was feeling the tiredness come on. He said he's probably going to fall asleep, so he might still be here.
I understand. I don't blame him in the slightest. But today, what we're doing for brackets, so we're going to start with our favorite running. Hi, Simon. Hi.
And poll perception. I did forget poll perception. Poll perception as well.
Yes, of course. So we're going to start with our favorite running backs outside the top 24 ADP. Okay. And the ADP I found, don't worry about where I found it. It is very arbitrary, and this is randomized. So do not give me crap about where everyone is ranked. All right. This is randomized, but this is science, people. This is going to determine the best running back outside the top 24 or the favorite. And then our second bracket we're going to rate the best or our favorite football movies.
Oh, yeah.
So
that one's got to get heated. I
heated.
forced Josh to put radio on there. And I feel
you
like
didn't force me. I overlooked radio. I'm going to be honest with you.
I feel like you guys are going to ruin
radio.
my day with radio.
I overlooked it. No. It looks like Chris is a radio fan down there.
Cuba, man, come on.
Yeah.
Cuba.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so glad.
Snow Dogs. I mean, come on, classic.
Come on.
We'll see. There's some other good movies on there. All right, but we're gonna focus on these running backs first. All right, I do want to get through these.
Let's get to it.
So let's just get right in there, and I guess we'll just kind of go in a nice little order. I'll start. We'll go JL and then Chris. Sounds good.
Yep.
All right. So our first matchup we have here is Leonard Fournette versus Phillip Lindsey. Keep in mind, this is in a redraft mindset, not a dynasty mindset. There's just typically more running backs relevant to redraft. So for this one, it's pretty easy. I don't know if Phillip Lindsey's going to be the starter. I'm pretgoing confident Leonard Fournette's going to have a pretty good year now that they're signed with Tampa Bay. He's signed with Tampa Bay. I'm going Leonard Fournette here. What do you think, JL?
Yeah, I don't think this is tough at all. I think Leonard Fournette's the easy choice.
Let's go. Chris, do you agree or you disagree?
I'm going to agree with you guys. I mean, Leonard Fournette with the 13.3% juke rating in the playoff Lenny, Lombardi Lenny. Phillip Lindsey, man, like I'm a Houston Texans fan through and through. Obviously, I'm in College Station, so just a little bit outside of Houston. So it saddens me because I love the narrative of Phillip Lindsey, but Lenny Fournette, man, let's go.
Absolutely. And if Phillip Lindsey can win that starting role, even without Deshaun Watson or whatever happens there, I think he's going to be very fantasy relevant. And I think he might be the best talent that they have at running back there right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
The other guys are a little on the older side.
We got a Fournette in here from Adam Panda. Yeah, I don't think if anyone really feels strongly about Phillip Lindsey, feel free to make your case in the comments.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a good running back. It just he didn't have the draft capital, and he's in a bad situation right now, probably. Moving on to the next matchup we have here, we have J.D. McKissick versus Mike Davis, who's a new team for him on the Falcons. What are you thinking, JL?
This one is a little harder for me. I have been unsure. I feel like I've been less certain than most of the community on J.D. McKissick, like how certain his future is going to be this season. I don't know that we're going to get the same J.D. McKissick that we had last season. I don't know if they're going to use him in the same way. I think I'm going to take Mike Davis on this one. I feel like in Atlanta, that's a pretty good landing spot. At least as of now, we don't know if they're going to sign someone else. I think it's likely, but I think I'd rather have Mike Davis between the two of these guys.
What do you
Especially
think,
with Curtis Samuel signing in Washington?
JL makes excellent points. And, obviously we're on Twitter often, right? The three of us, and we see the McKissick love a lot. And I'm with you, JL, man. Maybe it's a Thanos sympathizer type thing.
I think it is, yeah.
Dude, Mike Davis got to showcase last year what he could do. He's moving to Atlanta where the coaching has said, we are going to run the ball. With that 4th overall pick, right, I think they're probably not going to take a running back, right? I think Mike Davis is going to get the spotlight and get the work for the next year, at least, maybe 2. But when he showcased last year, he had 65 evaded tackles. That's unprecedented from, right, a quote-unquote running back 3 backup, but he's getting the spotlight. I think Gurley's done, obviously, over there, and Mike Davis is the dude. I'm going to go Mike Davis. I think in the chat somewhere, someone said Mike Davis to the moon. I'm riding that rocket, baby.
Yeah, Jordan, I believe, did say Mike Davis. Yeah,
Davis to the moon.
And then Simon coming in hot. Yeah.
Yep, Davis, and only because of Samuel signing. I mean, I think both of these things could change. Like both of these players' situations could completely change by the time the season comes around. But what we know now, I completely agree with you, Chris.
I'm not even gonna make anyone wait on this. I'll talk about Mike Davis in the next round, maybe, but this isn't really that close to me. I think Antonio Gibson is going to take a lot of that reception work away from J.D. McKissick. If the Falcons sign another running back, maybe I change my mind. But right now, Mike Davis, let's go.
Yeah, the QB thing is huge too. Like Jay said,
great point.
The fact that they don't have a set QB yet, it's going to be I guess Fitzpatrick is most likely going to be the QB, but long term.
But Mike Davis is going to just get those normal running back carries for the Falcons, which has been proven to be a very valuable fantasy position in the past. So let's move on to our next one. We've had 2 clean sweeps so far. Our next one is Devin Singletary and Chase Edmonds. Chris, we're going to start with you on this one. What do you think?
I mean, this is so easy for me. I love Cliff Kingsbury. I love his mindset. The running back for Cliff Kingsbury, I don't care who it is at this moment right now for redraft. I want Cliff Kingsbury's running back no matter what, because of that high-powered offense and what he did at Texas Tech with the running back situation. So they've said Edmonds will be the running back 1. I had a share of him last year in the Warrior Bowl, and he took me to the playoffs when Drake obviously couldn't do what he did. So I'm going with Chase the Great right here.
I love the points you make. I actually didn't even make that connection. Cliff Kingsbury and Texas A&M say we got Texas an inside source here. I actually
saw them. They came into Kyle Field and they threw tortillas everywhere and beat us. Michael Crabtree on the team.
Gotcha. Yes, Michael Crabtree. Oh, I forgot about Michael Crabtree. That was Mike Leach, right?
Yep.
Texas
Tech.
Sir. Who was the quarterback? I forget. He went to the NFL. He's kind of high.
Graham Harrell was the
Graham Harrell. Yes,
Cliff Kingsbury was also on the team. Ever.
Yeah. He was on the actual team that year.
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome. That's so cool. So again, I side with you completely, Chris. The Cardinals could still add a running back, and I'm probably still leaning Chase Edmonds here, just because that Cliff Kingsbury offense can set up running backs so well. I think Chase Edmonds.
Yep, completely agree. The Bills' backfield has just gotten progressively worse and worse, and I don't think that most people were super high on Singletary to begin with. But it's only gotten much worse. So Edmonds for sure.
Well, I'll say this time last year, people were super high on him. I would say, probably higher, around where Chase Edmonds is. He's probably the Chase Edmonds of last year.
Yeah, it feels like everything has gone wrong for Devin Singletary, regardless of how you feel about him. Chase Edmonds, things have really gone right for him. That may change again by the time the season comes around. I don't know that they're gonna go into the season with just Chase Edmonds running that backfield, but what we know now, Edmonds is on the up and up.
That's a great point, JL. I do think they should add a bigger bodied running back to at least complement Chase Edmonds.
And even if they do, I'm still taking him over Singletary. Day.
Me too.
Every day. P2W Nick is in here saying Chris is the man.
He is.
It's true. That's the truth right there. That's facts.
Much appreciated, Nick. Much appreciated, Josh, man. I'm just, it's just so fun to talk fantasy football. it's just I super like I like it a lot. So I mean I get passionate about it.
Me too.
Me too. I've said this to a JL probably 100 times. I said it to many people 100 times. I could literally talk to a brick wall about fantasy football. Like
I don't know anyone that's more true for than Josh.
Absolutely love it.
I'll talk your ear off about my fantasy team and what I like about fantasy football, you know? And I won't even realize that you're like, you don't care at all. So I guess we can move right on to the next one here. We got Latavius Murray versus Kenyan Drake. All right. This is definitely the toughest one we've had so far, in my opinion. I think I'm going to side with Drake here just because I think there's a possibility that maybe Josh Jacobs gets injured. Maybe they want to make him the primary passing back in Oakland, which I would hate because I have Josh Jacobs in a couple of dynasty teams. But I'm going to go Kenyan Drake here. They're close. They're close. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I've had Latavius Murray in every league for like the last 2 or 3 years, just because he feels like a high value backup to have on your team. But I don't see anything really changing between last year and this year. And last year is just like it wasn't consistent, right? We got those like blow up games, and that's just not super valuable for your fantasy team. I'd rather take the chance on Kenyan Drake's upside, like Josh said.
What do you think, Chris?
So I'm going to agree with you guys as well on the Kenyan Drake factor. One, because my wife, her favorite artist is Drake. You know, that's important kind of stuff. You know, I saw the come up. You know,
oh yeah,
and then Kenyan Drake, obviously the Cliff Kingsbury connection or whatnot. But here's something pretty cool about the dynamic duo between Kenyan Drake and Josh Jacobs, because I'm a big Josh Jacobs truther. SEC, Alabama. I mean, the dude has an amazing story. If no one knows it, go look it up. Like the dude is amazing.
It's really amazing.
So Josh Jacobs last year and his year prior to that never had over 65% of the snap share. You look at Kenyan Drake as well. And with Cliff Kingsbury, at least he's at 49.9% last year. Obviously, he was injured, things like that. But he could still produce. The two running backs could be the next Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. Obviously, the front office, or not the front office, the coaching staff for the Las Vegas Raiders have said that Kenyan Drake obviously will play in the slot sometimes. So I think that both the guys will flourish. And, you know, they'll probably be both 1,000-yard all-purpose backs. So I'm going to go with Drake.
I hadn't honestly thought that outcome yet, but that would be fantastic if we got that type of outcome to them. I don't know why, but in my mind,
Drake Chubb kind of situation. Yeah,
I was just thinking that they were going to cannibalize each other's opportunities. But
Drake's definitely the better pass catcher.
It's going to depend on Gruden, right? Like how's Gruden going to use them? He hasn't used Josh Jacobs very well, in my opinion, because I'm like you, Chris. I'm a truther for Josh Jacobs.
Me too.
The dude played with broken ribs and had 22 carries in a game, and like no one
Josh
knew.
Jacobs.
Right.
I love him, but the Raiders are doing him dirty right now. They are.
Hopefully they involve him more in the pass game, and you know I think that he'll shoot up in ADP if that's the case.
Hey Shane, by the way,
Josh, no love for me. I see how it is.
Well, we were just playing Rocket League last night, and I am Dr. Chalupa's brick wall of fantasy sometimes. By the way, but it was great playing Rocket League with you last night, Shane. Let's do it again sometime.
And Josh says, love me some Latavius Murray.
Shane said that, but yes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to knock anyone who has Lat Murray over, you know, anybody really, because Lat Murray is that capable as well. So.
All right. So let's get into the next one here. This is a weird one because it's kind of like two pass catching backups almost, or like second option back. Well, we got Tony Pollard and Nyheim Hines. Who are we on? I think it is JL's turn to start. Let me see. 1, 2. Yes, it is JL's turn.
Damn it.
I'm glad I didn't have to start on this one either. Adam Panda's saying they heard that I am not good at Rocket League. Yeah, that's correct. Just kidding. I like to think I'm pretty good at Rocket League. I like to think I'm pretty good. I don't know if you play Rocket League. I've gotten into the diamond in every threes, duos, and singles.
Chris, do you play Rocket League?
So I'm not a big gamer, but my brother-in-law, Matthew Fitzpatrick, is, man, not the golfer, same name, but he is a golf pro.
Yeah.
He absolutely loves Rocket League, man. Like, I can just sit there and watch him, and he's, like, killing it. So I'll have to mention you, man. Some of your gamer tag, I'll link y'all up.
A gamer tag. I love that you said you just assumed I was on Xbox, and I am. So yes, I would love to. I love playing Rocket
South
League.
Park War, man. I'm all over Xbox over the PlayStation.
Yes, I love South Park too. Chris, are we best friends? Yeah,
I believe we
now.
are. I need to send you the Step Brothers gif.
Yeah.
We just become best friends.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Hey, I'm sorry, Simon, if you're watching this. I think we just became the three best friends right
Sorry,
here.
Chris is replacing you.
Simon.
Shouldn't have gotten COVID. Your fault.
Wait, you can't replace someone due to injury. We've heard this before, right?
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
fair.
Yeah.
Unless you're Tyrod Taylor. Let's move on.
I
picking
really
here?
like both of these guys. I think I have to take Hines in this. And if it's 2021, I don't know that Pollard is going to be more than a high value backup with Zeke and Zach. Hopefully playing full speed. Hines, I'm not like super high on, especially long term. But this for 2021, I'd rather have him over Pollard in my flex.
Which I'm laughing at. I was laughing.
I was laughing at that too. I was over here just like
losing your best friends.
I was like, that's great.
They don't mention that in the media.
He's a fellow Aggie? That's awesome. I did not know that.
Gig him, baby. Kellen Mond's pro day was really good.
Yeah. Actually, though.
Am I up, Josh?
Yes. What are you thinking here?
So, man, I'm going to have to agree with JL on all of his points, but also, man, Nyheim Hines over Tony Pollard for me because of Frank Wright's offense. Dude, you got Jonathan Taylor touchdowns, what I like to call him, but then you also bring back Marlon Mack. Go back to last year, right? You had Trey Burton scoring on the 1 yard line. You have Nyheim Hines. You have Jacoby Brissett coming in for fake plays. Everyone is getting touchdowns but my man Jonathan Taylor. So, that being said, Dak is back this year, and him and Zeke are going to eat. Zeke is going to, Pollard's going to spell Zeke in the fourth every now and then, but Nyheim Hines is going to be a better fantasy asset for you than Tony Pollard. So I'm going to go Hines.
Yeah. I am going to go ahead and come in with the first disagreement today. I'm going to go with Tony Pollard here. Not that it matters at all. Hines is still going to win here. But I just think when I'm thinking fantasy football, I'm not necessarily out to grab the handcuffs, but if I had Zeke, I absolutely would make sure I am coming away with Tony Pollard, and I'm drafting him before I'm drafting Nyheim Hines, because if Jonathan Taylor gets hurt, I don't know if it's necessarily Hines that's taking all that workload with Marlon Mack coming back, like Brady just said here. So just because it's redraft and all that, I'm going to go Tony Pollard here. That's fair.
And Brady makes a good point. Marlon Mack resigning does hurt Hines too much, plus losing Phillip Rivers, and that's possible. We haven't seen his usage, right, with this with Wentz there and with Mack healthy in the past season. So I think it's fair to factor in that uncertainty.
It absolutely is fair.
For Simon, I'll give you the quote from the quote unquote fish camp. From the outside looking in, you don't understand. From the inside looking out, I can't explain it. So one of those types of things, there is stuff like that. There's a lot of maroon. So,
all right. So let's move on to our next one. Chris, you're up first. Melvin Gordon versus Tariq Cohen. What are you thinking here?
So I'm all day Melvin Gordon with this high-powered offense in Denver. Every year has got to be like Drew Lock's year, but this year has to be Drew Lock's year. With Chicago signing Damien Williams, who should have been the MVP of the Super Bowl that they won, I think Cohen takes a big hit from Williams because they have very similar attributes, right? The pass-catching back who can also tear it up a little bit between the tackles. David Montgomery is set, man. Like, I'm not worried about Williams eating into Montgomery's workload, but Cohen's for sure. So I'm going to go Melvin Gordon on this one.
Melvin Gordon's the easy pick here for me too. He could. They haven't really brought in much, and they lost Phillip Lindsey. I think Melvin Gordon's in line for a pretty good season here. What do you think, Joe?
Yep, I completely agree, and I really do like Tariq Cohen, but I just don't. I think 2021, it's Melvin Gordon.
Absolutely, for me, yeah, as well. We're talking about dynasty. Maybe that becomes a tougher question, actually.
Right,
it does.
So that was a quick one. Let's move on to our next one here. It's me up first. It's Jeff Wilson versus Aj Dillon. And if maybe we did this one, I don't know how long ago, 2.5, 3 weeks ago, before Aaron Jones signed, we'd be like laughing at this question, right? We'd be like, it's obviously AJ. I'm going to go with Jeff Wilson. And I'm going to tell you, just if the 49ers don't bring any other running backs in, Jeff Wilson, the upside is there. AJ Dillon needs an injury. I think, for him to be relevant. So I'm going to avoid that. I would draft Jeff Wilson, hoping for the best, and I would be willing to cut him pretty early, So Jeff would pick Jeff. Yeah, the Panda.
Jay and I
They call me Jeff, by the way, Chris. Call me Jeff. I'm Josh.
For no reason
I'm Jeff
whatsoever.
also. There's no reason. Fair.
It's like the whole if you're white, you're Ben Affleck thing. I get it.
Yeah. That's actually kind of what it is, a little bit, but
that's fair. That's fair.
I've been accidentally called Jeff quite a few times.
Yeah, I think that's where it came from. Was someone at Josh's work always calls him Jeff, and so now we're like, all right, we're making that a thing.
What are you supposed to do when you correct someone like 3 times, like my name's Josh, and then the 4th time they call you Jeff? Are you supposed to correct them anymore? Like,
no, yeah, I'm with you, man. Like that's at that point, you're just like, all right, I'm Jeff.
I'm Jeff. I guess now.
Oh my God, that's so funny. That reminds me of the story of Maria, my friend, she's a teacher, like Spanish immersion teacher in Ohio, and her new principal, they were doing like a presentation for her, like coming to the school or whatever. And her new principal's like, yeah, so you're just gonna go up there in front of the board and you're gonna, say, hi, I'm Vanessa, I'm from Mexico City. And she didn't correct him. And she's from like Honduras, I believe. And she like didn't correct him. We're like, oh, you're from Mexico City now. Too late.
Forever.
That's from now on. You got to say it. You got to own it.
I think this is a joke by Adam Panda, but I get called Alan Panda all the time. That's actually really funny. I think. I don't know. Whatever. I digress. JL, what do you think here?
For this one, I'm going Aj Dillon. I don't think that Aaron Jones signing like obliterates his value. I think it brings it down a little bit, right? It brings it back in check. I think they're still going to work him in. He's a rookie last year. I think they're going to work him into the rotation. And
no more Jamal Williams.
No more Jamal Williams. I much rather have him than Wilson.
Fair enough.
So for me, I'm going to split the decision right here. Over at the Rum Boys Network, we have a really good writer named Kevin. He actually came out with a really good article on Jeff Wilson Jr. and the case for him. I'm going to go with the Jeff Wilson Jr. side on this, man. I'll talk about more of those points later because he'll probably need it when we get to the later round. But for me, it's Jeff Wilson Jr.
Good point. Great point, Chris. Great point. This is your first time playing brackets. You already get it,
Oh, I forgot.
Jay, I do forgive you, by the way.
To the Jeff thing, G-Man Jay and I yesterday were talking, and I had a great idea. We're going to have a week where we schedule all Jeffs as guests.
That sounds horrible.
Jeff, you're going to host it, and it's going to be Jeff week, and we're going to do it every year. It's going to be like your holiday.
I like it, actually. It sounds fantastic.
Jeff's extravaganza.
I'm in. Let's find those Jeffs. We know Jeff Bell. We have a couple of Jeffs already.
Jeff Lambert coming on next week. It's spelled different with a G, but still a Jeff.
That could be the 1.01 right there, the different spelling of Jeff right there. Dang,
right?
I didn't even think about Lambert.
A little flair in your life.
But Jay, by the way, I do forgive you. Jay was also playing Rocket League with me last night, and he said some pretty harsh words to me. He said, trading does not make fantasy fun.
Wow. Whoa.
It was rough.
Settle down there,
It was rough.
Jay. Not that kind of language in you.
I know, right?
Well, Jay, we'll have to get one of those water on or fake tattoos that you were telling me about. Me and Jay talk about potty training because I got a 2-year-old right now, and he's coaching me through some things. So
Jay's a good guy to talk to. He was dealing with some nightmares last night for the daughter. I mean, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Jeff Festival.
Hopefully not like a fire festival type situation,
Yeah. My name is
Hopefully
Jeff.
it is, because look how much popularity that thing got. Like, if people are talking about Jeff Fest, like Fire Festival, that's actually a good thing.
Start sending out like little plastic cards to everyone as credit cards. You got to swipe this to get in.
Yes.
That would be great.
That's
be
hilarious.
So good. It really is awesome.
With Jeffs on them. A Jeffstival. These are getting hard to say. All right, we're making this happen.
Okay,
right,
so
next,
we
Josh?
are on this one, and I think JL, you're up first, I believe. It's Jamal Williams, newly on the Detroit Lions, versus David Johnson. What do you think?
David Johnson does have more competition this year, but I still think I'd take the proven production of David Johnson over Jamal Williams on the Lions. I don't know if that offense is going to even be able to move. And with Swift there, I think he'll have Jamal Williams is going to have a worse or the same type of year that he's had the last 2 years, which is not fantasy relevant. David Johnson at least has a chance.
What do you think, Chris?
I totally agree with JL, man. Like, give me the what is it from Big Bang Theory that they always say, the box and a cat, the dead cat in the box. Jeez, what is it called?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
The cat's dead or alive until you open up the box.
Oh,
yeah.
Schrodinger's cat.
Schrodinger's cat. There we go.
Yeah.
JL with the knowledge.
I know the
JL's
concept.
smart
I don't
guy.
know it on Big Bang, but I know the concept.
You should have a library behind you. You know what I'm saying?
I do. Where's my card?
So yeah, give me the David Johnson situation because I mean, what he was the 1.01 less than a decade ago, right? He does have a lot of competition, but
5 years ago.
There we go. 5
Probably.
years ago.
I don't know. I'm making that up.
It's probably like 5 years, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like he's got the potential. They gave him the workload. He's got some complementary pieces. I don't think Mark Ingram's going to be a big factor. Phillip Lindsey could end up being the rush leader for the Texans, but for me, man, David Johnson all the way. And my co-host Billy Witt, man, straight out of Iowa. So got to go with the Iowa kid on this one.
Schrodinger's cat is kind of like, I never thought about that as applied to fantasy, but it's kind
It
of
works all the
perfect.
time.
It's kind of perfect. Yeah. Like I was just sitting here thinking about it after you said it.
freaking loves this now. He's going to use this, man. You
Dude,
inspired him, Chris. You inspired him.
It works.
Chris, we got to do some like content around this or something.
Let's do it, man. I'm
All
ready
right.
to collab. Like me and my guys are ready. We can do it. Let's do it.
Let's
All
make
right,
it
we'll figure
happen.
something.
You
We'll
guys
talk.
make it happen, but I'll be a part
Josh
of
is
it.
like, I'm fine.
Yeah,
I
I like
can
being a
be
part of
left
things.
out. I'm
So we
strong.
can get you an ad on there, just get your name tagged in there,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's what it's all about. That's what
That's
it's all
it,
about. So for this poll, I'm also going David Johnson. I think it's pretty easy for all the things you guys already said. I just looked up David Johnson's stats just to give us some context here. It was 2016 when he had that outstanding season. So not that long ago, he was one of the best running backs, and no one was going to tell you otherwise. He's a great pass running back. So let's see what happens here.
Yep.
The Texans. And he had a fine season last year. Fine. It wasn't great.
We're moving. He did get hurt.
So yeah, we are moving, and I think we should keep moving. And this is actually maybe the toughest one yet by far. I think it's going to be the toughest one of the whole bracket, actually. JL, you're a nerd, by the way.
That's facts. There's no doubt about that.
Hey, nerds rule, dude. I'm just saying, I'm a big old nerd,
Chris.
man. Like,
I'm a nerd too. And we're both in
like,
Kappa Sigma.
Yeah.
You didn't tell people that in college, but
You didn't tell him that you're a Kappa Sigma or that you're a nerd?
no, just a nerd. We let
it
them
was
believe
funny
it.
because all my brothers knew I was a nerd. Or, everyone's like, oh, that's he's just a nerd. But like, I guarantee you come to the chapter house and you look and see back in 2007 to 2010, whose name's on the beer pong championship trophy? The nerd.
The nerd.
Yo, Chris, let's go right now.
Virtual beer pong.
I'm ready, bro. I'm ready, bro.
Josh does run the board whenever there's beer pong. I have to admit that he is always I love being on Josh's team because we just sit on the board all night.
I love beer pong, Chris.
Dude,
we
so,
are
like I'm not very tall. I'm pretty short actually. I'm 5. Like my wife is 5'10", and I'm like I always say I'm 5'10", but like I make her wear flats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
The negative flats, the ones that dig into the dirt a little bit.
And I always got to do the hand over the head. I got the raindrop motion. Like it's just pretty. And if it hits the rim, it's okay because it'll bounce out and not be so good. Most of the times it just drains and splashes people in the face. Like that's my move. And on the tippy toes, yes,
the tippy toes.
It's all about the knees. All about the knees.
The tippy
knees
toes.
and art.
I stand on tippy toes every single time I throw a beer pong ball.
Yep. And
Josh.
I don't do the elbow, obviously. Like I'll stand back, but it don't matter. Like if I'm 3 feet behind the table, I'm
elbows, bro. Elbows.
No, like I don't do it. Like my elbows don't cross nothing. Like I'm old school.
You got to, yeah. No, that's the
blow.
rules.
I don't finger.
Can't be leaning, yeah.
None of that nonsense. It's like from Asher Roth. I love college.
I'm with you, man.
You ain't bouncing at my house, son.
Yeah. Dude, Chris, we are friends. Let's go.
We
We're
are friends.
brothers, man. Obviously.
Josh, can we please, whenever COVID's over, can we do some fantasy content where we're just playing beer pong and talking fantasy?
Yes.
Simon can't be there.
Now, like tomorrow.
It would be so much fun. We got to do this. We might have to do this soon.
Tomorrow.
That sounds like so much fun.
Jacob Gill coming in saying that he's better than me, and that's bullshit. All right.
I've played with you, Jacob.
No, he is good. I've lost some. We played recently, and I've lost something, and he's only gotten better. So maybe we're about the same now. I would say.
No, he is good. Yeah, you both are very good.
Let's get away from.
I miss playing Pong.
I do too. I do too. But I want to finish these brackets too. Right. Leonard Fournette versus Mike Davis. Chris, if I remember correctly, you're up first. What do you think?
This is definitely a hard one because you got playoff Lenny, but you have Arian saying that Rojo or Keyshawn Vaughn could have a breakout year. Rojo is obviously still there. So I'm going to go Mike Davis on this situation because I'm still going to go with the Schrodinger's cat. Mike Davis is a starting running back for a team that wants to run the ball.
You're right.
Mike Davis.
Ooh, I like that.
This is by far, I like I already said, I think this is going to be the toughest one the whole time, but I'm going to make a decision here, and I'm going playoff Lenny. And I just think that the upside that the Bucks bring to the table, I think there's a better chance that the Falcons bring in another running back as well. So I'm going Leonard Fournette here. If everything remains equal and they go into the season exactly like they are, I'm picking Mike Davis. But they're so close that I think that I'm going to go Leonard Fournette here. I just think he has more upside.
Yeah, I'm with Josh on this one, actually.
Really? Let's go.
I think it's going to be a high-powered offense, and I think Leonard Fournette is gonna have a solid season. I want Mike Davis too, but I don't know that they're not going to sign someone, and that uncertainty scares me.
So, I mean, that's valid points. I mean, I don't disagree with that.
I think the other way is completely in the realm of like possible outcomes, which is the scary part of that one. But.
Wait a second. Good point coming in. Adam Penn said Lenny's probably better at beer pong.
Do we know that?
You chose the right person.
All right. Simon says, why can't I be there? Well, because you're in Texas and you have COVID. Man. So if we could play beer pong across state lines, then I'd be down. But I can't throw that far.
but Chris brought it up. There are virtual beer pong tournaments now where like I've seen them happen. You play.
Cool. Yeah, it's kind of like the whole golf situation.
I still think it's unfair though,
and everything but beer pong.
I think it's unfair because table height matters. Incredible.
Oh, I thought it was like you know how they have like those chess boards where you can like play with someone and it like moves for you.
Yes, that's actually really cool.
Now, JL, if we're talking about great like business ideas,
I'm gonna add that to the list. That's a good idea.
We got to keep moving, people, because I want to get to this football bracket next.
All right.
I think I'm first on this one. Chase Edmonds, Kenyan Drake, very easy. Chase Edmonds, no doubt. What do you think, JL?
Yeah, Chase Edmonds, right now.
Done.
What do you think, Chris? Man, we were making that one easy. We talked about both of those guys last time. So let's move on to the next one. Nyheim Hines and Melvin Gordon. JL, what do you think?
I'm going Melvin Gordon again. I like Hines. I do, but I'm not sure that we're going to get the same Hines we got last year.
Chris?
Melvin Gordon, I mean, he's a running back one over there, so give him to me.
Yeah. One of the few starting running backs in this whole list.
I'm okay with
That's true.
This is Simon, a good idea.
In San Antonio, my brother-in-law, sister-in-law are in San Antonio. We're always down there.
Holy
crap. We can totally make this happen.
Thank you for making this connection.
You're a nerd for coming up with this idea.
Nerd. Hey, Maria's point. I need this up here. I need this.
Hold on. Swamp says at work. I want to do it. He cries.
Wait.
Maria says I can vouch for how good Josh
Swamp
is.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you.
Z2 says size doesn't matter. So we all tell ourselves.
Z2 knows what's up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did I not vote or something? Yeah. Melvin Gordon.
Maybe. All right. Next one.
The next one, was it Chris up first? I think JL just went. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Chris, what do you think here? Jeff Wilson, David Johnson.
Sorry, Kevin. I was going to talk more about Jeff Wilson Jr. earlier, but I just realized he's going up against my man, David Johnson. Got to go with, a little hometown favoritism as well, but the points are there for David Johnson, and unless something crazy happens, in my mind, he's still the running back one for the Texans.
So why do you like Jeff Wilson real fast so much?
Because my guy Kevin made some really good points about Jeff Wilson, the usage that Kyle Shanahan will have any running back, right? He was an undrafted free agent, just like all the other running backs that Kyle Shanahan really likes, Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson Jr., JaMychal Hasty, these guys, he just likes the grit, right? Jeff Wilson Jr. hasn't. He's got the body build for the Kyle Shanahan zone offense, but, you know, he's not the running back one. Raheem the Dream is over there. So give me David Johnson.
I'm agreeing with you, Chris. I love all the points you made on Jeff Wilson. I like Jeff Wilson a lot, but again, David Johnson's the starting running back, so I'm going with him.
Yeah, I do agree with Josh here.
All right. And we got to the final four, people. The final four. All right. Without further ado, I think I'm starting this one, correct? Yeah. So, oh my God. I said the last one that Lenny was in was going to be the toughest, Mike Davis and Lenny, but Lenny and Chase Edmonds is the toughest in my mind so far. And guess what? Chase Edmonds is winning this one for me. I think he's a better pass catcher. I think he's going to be on the field a little bit more. I know the Cardinals could still sign someone, but we'll see. Chase Edmonds. What do you think, JL? He can't decide. I'm gonna go Lenny.
Mostly because I don't expect Chase Edmonds to be the guy there. I don't think that's gonna be I don't think that's likely, in my opinion. I know that Kingsbury said that that's gonna be the case, but I think it's coach speak. And like I said, I really like Lenny going into the season. I like his team. So
it's fair point.
Here we go. I'm going to be the decision maker on this one, I suppose.
I love it.
I mean, Leonard Fournette, obviously Super Bowl winning running back on that team. But at this moment, guys, I'm still going to go with the Cliff Kingsbury running back because until the draft, until they sign somebody, Chase Edmonds is the running back one for the Cliff Kingsbury offense. Give him to me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
And then we're going to the other side, JL. We're starting with you, Melvin Gordon and David Johnson. What do you think?
This is close. This is really close. I view these guys very similarly. I'm gonna
go top 5 running backs 4 years ago.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna give it to Melvin Gordon. I think David Johnson's situation has gotten a little bit less clear this offseason with some of the signings. So I'm gonna go Melvin Gordon. And I think they'll probably sign someone too, the Broncos at some point.
They should. But what do you think, Chris?
I'm going to go Melvin Gordon as well, just because like the big point that I can't get behind or that I can get behind is there are 3 running backs in Houston and there is 1.5 in Denver. So give me the 1.5 MG2.
I don't even know what the 0.5 necessarily really is.
Someone like that's where the 0.5 came from.
This is good finals.
This is pretty good. Dang.
I forget. Was it? I think Chris, you're starting here. And I don't envy.
I got Melvin Gordon's got a special place in my heart, and I didn't tell you all this. He won me one of my very first big money championships when he was with the Chargers. So he's always got that special place in my heart, but I can't go and contradict myself from what I've said throughout the entire stream. Give me Chase Edmonds yet again, and I'll give you some cool facts, right? We call them isms over at the Rum Boys with Robbie and Bogard. So Chase Edmonds actually, when he had a huge, like when he was the featured guy for Arizona when Drake was done, or not done, but hurt, he had 43 evaded tackles in that season, 17.1% juke rating, and his breakaway run rate was at the top of the league at 3.7%. So the dude is electric. He can be the number one back. I mean, obviously his body size is what's hindering him, but you don't need a huge running back in the Cliff Kingsbury offense because you got Kyler running that ball. You got AJ Green out there now. Hopefully what Arizona does is they take a tight end that can actually catch the ball and also block for the outside zone for Chase Edmonds. And then they don't have to worry about that. They can just keep plugging in their defense. So give me Chase Edmonds all day over Melvin Gordon.
Man, those points you made were so good. And I was going to side with you anyway, but now I'm like, why did I even think Melvin Gordon was a possibility, right? I'm going Chase Edmonds here. What do you think, JL?
Yeah,
he's the champion.
I completely agree. The upside is there.
Chase Edmonds!
He did
Chase Edmonds to the moon. I love it.
So according to science,
Arizona's about to sign like James Conner or something. This is all going to go to hell.
That's like the one person I'm worried about, James Conner. Like he does seem like a decent fit in Arizona, actually.
6'1", 230. Like he catches the ball, like sit in space. So
that would be the worst possible signing for Chase Edmonds you could ever possibly expect.
Yeah. Simon says beer pong tournament on my birthday.
Let's make it happen, Simon.
G-Man J did ask Chris, are you going to Canton?
At the moment, I am not. that can all change, obviously. So I'm a stay-at-home dad. My boss is my 2-year-old, so she's my world.
Hard on you.
That's awesome, though. If there's any boss worth having, it's your 2-year-old.
It's 2-year-old, yeah. LQ up in here with Erica, give it back.
Erica, give it back.
We need it back, Erica.
I would like it back at least. I would
I would
my
prefer
freaking massage done, man. Like, I don't know.
It would make me happy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. That's literally all I'm saying.
All right, let's get to these movies. We got to speed through.
All right, we're gonna speed through this, and we got some good movies. We got some really good movies, and I'm trying to make this smaller. A good size. But see, it's like saying sharing this tab to StreamYard stop, and it doesn't let me get rid of it. And it's kind of annoying. But
I think you can make the sidebar disappear if you wanted. Oh, you got to start
the sidebar. Yeah, it's all good. Oh yeah, starting. Let's go.
See that little arrow in the bottom left?
Yeah, I see it.
That'll make the menu disappear. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
nice.
boy.
Nice.
That one.
Look at that. We got everything in
see
there.
some that I can't get away from. Jeez,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, JL.
So where did we start last time? I think we started with Chris, right? So we'll start with me. We'll start with me regardless. It's radio versus Any Given Sunday, and this is a tough one. It's really tough, and I'm gonna get some hate for this, but Any Given Sunday.
Oh my God.
I already know what you guys are voting for, though. So it's an easy move, Chris.
It's radio.
So that's why I said I'm sorry, because I just saw that Any Given Sunday was up against radio.
Oh no!
Any Given Sunday was like me and my
Chris.
boys movie.
No,
like back in the day, man. Like
Chris.
Look, like you know how
Chris,
analysts, everybody talked about like their football.
Let the science happen
right here. Back in the day, I was a Conroe. I'm still a Conroe Tiger. We had the number 5 defense, and I was a defensive end going up against Andrew Luck in the playoffs, and we stifled him. Obviously, they beat us, but we stifled Andrew Luck for a little bit, and we watched Any Given Sunday every day until that game. Now, I tell you this, we got HBO Now, and Any Given Sunday is on there. There's a director's cut that obviously I never saw when I was a little kid, because what's a director's cut when you're like, 16 years old? And so the final scene in Any Given Sunday actually has Steamin' Willie Beeman and the coach coming together, and he signs them on the new team in Arizona, kind of like my infatuation with Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray. So I got to go Any Given Sunday on this.
Oh my God. I couldn't hear a word you were saying because I knew you were going to break my heart. Down with Kappa Sig. Down with the Run Boys.
Any Given
down
Sunday,
with everyone.
We got Al Pacino, Jamie Foxx, it's
Al Pacino.
Cameron Diaz,
Cameron
Diaz. Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, you're going to talk about Cuba, but whatever, man. Any Given Sunday, let's go.
Cameron Diaz can't hold the candle to Cuba. Get out of here.
We're submitting that. I'm sorry, radio. It looks like we have some disappointed people. If you want to put up some of those comments, you go ahead, but listen up. We're moving on to the next one.
LQ says, what's her at? Erica.
God, I don't know. I don't know. I can't figure that.
All right, let's move on.
All right, cool. So we got Remember the Titans and the Blind Side. I think JL, you're starting here. What do you think?
This is easy. It's Remember the Titans.
I'm so happy Jay came in and said that, by the way. It's Remember the Titans. JL thinks it's easy. What do you think, Chris?
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans.
Easy. No explanation needed.
No. And guess what? I agree with you guys. I'm glad that we could come to a consensus after that first one right there.
That first one was rough. I'm sorry, JL. I know.
Yeah.
This is the worst. You promised me, Chris.
At least Jay's day's made now because your heart's broken, JL.
Yeah, classic.
All right, so we're getting into the next one here, and Chris, you're actually up first. We got Draft Day and Gridiron Gang. Both of these movies touch my heart a little bit. What do you think, Chris?
So I'm going to shout out Gridiron Gang real quick, because that one scene where the I-9 or whatever and the 8-8 finally come together, and they have the Remember the Titans moment where they're together and he's blocking for him. Whew, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it right now. But I'm sorry, Gridiron Gang, The Rock, the Samoan who had the wife and the baby who came back and played in the game with the whatever he had in his back. It's Draft Day for me, all day Draft Day. Kevin Costner. I mean, the movie is just phenomenal. You got Chadwick Boseman in there, who rest in peace, right? But like,
I forgot he was in that movie. Damn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like draft day. We'll talk about that later, but draft day for me.
And maybe we'll talk about that later. Who knows, right, Chris? I don't know. But I mean, listen up. I think that Gridiron Gang is probably a better movie, and it's probably like just a movie all in all I enjoyed more, but not actually enjoyed more, just like as a movie. But Draft Day, like it hit my heartstring. It like tugged on my heartstrings. It's the draft. It's something I've watched since I was 10 years old, and I've always loved. I have to go Draft Day just because like I do get excited just watching that movie. I just get excited. I'm sorry.
Since you were 10, didn't that come out in like 2014 or something?
I'm talking about the NFL draft. I've been watching.
Oh.
Yes.
I was like, dang, Josh, how young are you?
I love the NFL draft. I always
okay.
have. I don't know why. I love the Ravens. I want them to draft the best players.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go Gridiron Gang here. Love
And
me some
thank
Rock,
you.
some Exhibit.
Thank you for giving them
I
some
didn't really watch
Is
Draft
the
Day, to be
assistant
honest.
coach in that?
Yeah, he's like the second main character next to The Rock, pretty much.
He's quoting the Bible throughout that movie. That's great.
Yeah, he is.
Absolutely love that movie.
Yep, you're right.
Damn. Draft day though. Sorry.
So we're getting into the next one, I guess. And I think I'm voting here first. It's the longest yard versus safety. And JL already knows this, and he might be upset with me. I've never seen
stupid
safety.
matchup. This is a really dumb.
It's the only movie in this entire list I haven't seen, but JL hyped. I've looked up list, and it was high on list. It's a popular
Watch
football
it this
movie.
weekend. Disney Plus.
I
I'll give you my
should watch
login,
it.
Josh.
I'm sorry, but I actually really do like The Longest Yard, both of them, actually. What do you think, JL?
I have no idea how to vote on this. On one hand, safety.
So Simon's coming in saying, why would you put these two together? And it's like, blame me.
This is your fault. This is the worst. Oh, man. Jay says, what is safety? Safety is a recent movie all around Clemson player. Clemson.
I was about to say, you should know all about that.
I loved it. I loved every aspect of it. They got a lot of stuff right about the campus and everything there. Some stuff that wasn't right, but that's all right. Understandably so. But I love The Longest Yard. I don't know how to.
You might even go away from
Caretaker is like
Chris Rock, yeah.
And I'm talking about the new Longest Yard. I didn't even watch the original Longest Yard.
I've seen it. I prefer the new one, but actually I think the old one is like considered a maybe better movie.
Yeah, forget that. I'm going safety just because I know it's not going to win here.
Well, be prepared because Chris looked like he was having a tough decision down there. What do you think, Chris?
So obviously Paul Crew, The Longest Yard. You got the guy who never played football before is the best defensive lineman. I think you have Goldberg in that movie as well. Obviously, Caretaker Chris
Stone
Rock.
Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's in that movie.
Nelly,
as well.
Nelly, Cheeseburger
Eddie.
Cheeseburger Eddie.
Dude, I mean, it's awesome. Earl Meggett, there you go.
Yeah, yes, that's
Cheeseburger Eddie, golly. That's
so good.
Everybody is quoting me right now, but JL, this is not to get on your good graces from earlier from radio. I absolutely love safety. I've watched it probably 10 times.
Yeah.
Dude, Jamie Foxx's daughter is the girl in the movie, and
I had no idea.
Kills it.
I
love the little brother portrayal, and like when he's at the dance, and the whole football team's there.
Yeah.
Also, there's a phenomenal scene. Texas football is like everything, obviously, here in Texas, and it's just a thing, right? Like my wife is from McLean.
I know that. I've lived in Maryland my whole life. I know that.
That's fair.
Maybe because one of the other movies on here, real fast,
like they shut down the town square to watch high school football, and it just hits you differently when you know things, and then you watch that movie, and when quote unquote safety, right, goes and has to do those laps by himself, and then his teammates come with him.
Yeah,
dude, I absolutely broke down. I was like, that hits you so hard. So I got to go safety on the feel good on this one.
The coach there, whenever he's doing that, and the coach was just sitting there like,
and he's like, okay,
he's like, oh, do it again, 2 more. He's like, you said that last time. He's like, 2 more.
Yep,
I love that coach. He's so underrated. Maria said the little brother. It's so good.
Yes, he is.
God, Ray McEthelrathby, that's his name. So
good.
And
there you go.
Dr. Chalupo said the first 3 were consistent with Rotten Tomato scores, so that's
really
good. At least we're sticking with that.
Hey.
And And Adam Panda said, yeah, drafting the best players. That's a good strategy, Josh. Have you called the Ravens and lit them one on that? I think you might be being sarcastic. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was thinking about calling the Ravens. Simon's upset about some of these matchups here. But, it's all good. We're 4-4 on tomatoes now. We're 4 out of 4.
Wow. And Z2 is very upset that you keep typing in the numbers instead of just hitting the increment.
I know. I meant to bring that up too. I was laughing at that. And that's just how I do it. I type numbers.
Let him do what he wants, Z2.
So we're moving on to the next one.
All right.
And I have no idea who's up, actually. We took too long on that one. 1, 2, 3. So JL, you're up.
Oh.
I think.
Okay. All right.
JL, you're up. It's Invincible versus Rudy. I know where I'm going. What do you think, JL?
I don't care for either of these. I don't like Mike Wahlberg. I don't like Mike or Mark Wahlberg. Both of them are in my bag races. But I also don't like whoever that guy who plays Rudy. I forget his name.
Gamgees?
That's it. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna go Rudy. I'm doing that for Gandhi.
I love that. Yeah, that's how I think of him, though. Sam Wise Gandhi.
Yep. 100%. That's it.
Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
So you went with Rudy?
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
I'm going to go with Rudy, and I'll tell you later because this is going to win.
Yeah, it's definitely going to win. There's no doubt in my mind it's going to win.
Really?
I'm giving... Oh, no, it's going to win this one.
Right.
Yeah. Rudy is a great football movie. We're going to just keep moving, though. The Waterboy versus We Are Marshall. We just started with JL. What do you think, Chris? And this is... I saw this one coming into it, and I randomized these, but...
It's difficult.
I was upset with this one, especially.
Super difficult, obviously, because The Waterboy is an absolute classic. Like, you can still quote that movie and still be in style. You can still watch that movie and still be in style. We Are Marshall is one of those movies that you can probably watch 10, 12 times and be done with it. But, man, like, I got to go with We Are Marshall out of respect.
I'm kind of glad you did that, to be honest with you, because I was talking about this beforehand with Simon a little bit because he saw these matchups and I was like, I love We Are Marshall, but the Waterboy, like, what am I supposed to do here? What you said is right. I've seen the Waterboy 100 times.
Let me ask you this, Josh. Do you enjoy being happy and laughing, or do you enjoy being sad?
Honestly, JL, I know where you're going on this now that I'm thinking about it. So it's actually a tough one. I got to go to the Waterboy, even though I know where JL's going, and it makes me sad.
Yes.
What do you think, JL?
Listen, I've never even seen We Are Marshall. Waterboy.
Yeah. Waterboy. We Are Marshall's a great movie, people. And hey, Dr. Chalupa has been keeping track of where we are on Rotten Tomatoes. I guarantee we just ruined it. We were killing it until that point.
We might have, yeah.
I guarantee we did. There's no way the Waterboy has higher Rotten Tomato rankings than We Are Marshall. But anyway, we got to keep going. We got to keep going. We got to push on, right?
Let's keep this train going.
I think I'm the first one here. It's the Little Giants. It's Little Giants versus the Express, and I think I'm first. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you are.
Tell me if you guys disagree. Listen, the Express is such a good movie. It's such a good movie, but the Little Giants it's the heartstrings. Like I've seen the Little Giants so many times. I grew up with that movie. It's the Little Giants for me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the disrespect to the Express. It deserves to go further, but if it doesn't,
is on you.
It's JL now.
It's me. I'm going Little Giants too. I did like the Express, but I don't really remember a ton from it when I watched it like years ago. So I'm going Little Giants.
What do you think, Chris?
All the props to Matthew Berry's alma mater at Syracuse, but like Miles in the chat says, the annexation of Puerto Rico will always be there. So Little Giants for me.
Yes, I'm so happy you agreed with us, Chris. So now we can at least tell people, hey, Chris agreed with us too when we come back and get all this hate.
Yeah, well, spread the hate. Also, Ketchup told us 5 out of 7. So you're right, Josh.
Yeah. I figured both the Little Giants and We Are Marshall were going to be lower on Rotten Tomatoes scores, but they just, I love those movies.
There was, let's see. Z2 asked, where's Varsity Blues?
Oh,
we did.
Out of Austin,
Z2.
Texas.
Z2.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Radio took that spot.
Paul Walker, rest in peace. I'm sorry, but yeah, Varsity Blues would have taken it from me. So
I'm sorry, Chris.
It's
I'm
okay.
Sorry. I'm
It's
sorry
okay.
it wasn't on here. That is completely my fault. I'm gonna take
We
responsibility.
can do like a
only have
redo
16
later,
spots.
with Simon. We can do like a part 2 to this later.
We'll see
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
if the science holds up.
So who's starting here? I think it's
It
Chris.
is me.
Oh,
I think you went first last, Josh.
Let's go. What do you think, JL? The Replacements or Friday Night Lights? This one, oh my God.
This sucks. Why do all...
I don't even know.
It feels like every single matchup is either awesome movies or not awesome movies. I don't
blame
know.
the randomness of the randomness button that I clicked that generated this.
I really liked Friday Night Lights, but I also really liked The Replacements. And I was a Washington fan growing up, so...
They filmed The Replacements in M&T Bank Stadium, by the way.
Did they? I don't think I knew that.
Look, I saw it pretty recently, and I knew that, but I was just like, is that M&T Bank Stadium? And I looked it up, and I was like, it is.
I'm gonna go Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights classic. What do you think, Chris?
I'm going to go Friday Night Lights, but shout out to Keanu and the Washington Sentinels. Bill and Ted, one of my favorite trilogies. So be excellent, Keanu. But Friday Night Lights when we go Texas football.
Chris, we are best friends. I'm making it official. No more questions here. But I'm going to go with The Replacements, actually. Just to give them some respect. It doesn't matter at all. But I really like the movie. I love Keanu Reeves as well.
So Shane Falco.
Footsteps Falco.
Yes.
I think it was.
I don't like this next one coming up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
next one isn't great. Z2 says Friday Night Lights TV show is fantastic. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Was he? I never watched that. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I never watched it either, but I heard it is very good.
After The Wire,
I think that was. Are we about to watch this together?
We're gonna have to. How else are we gonna like?
So freaking intimate. I love it.
We have another option. I don't think so.
That is the most adorable story. Please make that happen. Please make that happen.
So Dr. Julie said he finished round 1. We're 6 out of 8 on Rotten Tomatoes, but he's done keeping track, and I don't blame you. Thank you for doing what you've been doing so far.
Yes,
that was actually really
God's work. It's not bad.
No one's asked you to do it, but
it's not at all. Josh is Tim today.
Chaos. You're Tim Chaos.
Yeah, I love the chaos. Anyway, I think Chris is first here, or me? Chris.
So
Any Given Sunday, remember the Titans.
I gave the praise to Any Given Sunday, obviously, with the whole Cliff Kingsbury reference and all that kind of stuff. But for me, Remember the Titans is going to be a classic. Just like Denzel Washington, you got Black Scrubs in it, who he fumbles the ball, gets to be the linebacker because old boy, the Notebook is too slow to cover him, Gary. And Petey comes in and the music starts. The soundtrack alone wins for me. The soundtrack alone. So Remember the Titans for me.
I wish I could make this more exciting, but it's also Remember the Titans for me, pretty much for like everything you just said.
Yep.
It's great.
Top tier Denzel right there.
Yeah, Denzel. I love Denzel. Ugh. All right. Well, anyway, I think I'm starting on this next one. We have draft day versus safety. Guess what, guys? I think you know where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go draft day here. This safety is the one movie I haven't seen actually on this list.
Yeah, I don't.
And I got to get on it.
Yeah, this weekend, Josh. We'll watch it together.
Let's do it after Chris and I.
All right, I'm going safety here. I didn't really watch that. I know it's not going to win. I said that last round, but
you never know. Like Chris
is shaking his head. Like you right.
I'm just saying, what is it? Here we go. Check Famar. We're going safety for this one.
Yeah, you're going safety. Safety. Moving on, and look at that. Look at me just pressing plus and minuses. Let's go. Safety moves on.
Oh my God. This is fantastic.
I have to see safety now. It's no doubt. I have to see it. This one, guys. This one. JL, you're starting, and I'm going last. Thank God. Because Rudy versus the Waterboy, I think I know where I'm going to go, but what do you think, JL?
It's Waterboy for me.
It's Waterboy for JL. Chris, what is it for you?
I was hoping I wasn't going to have to pull this one out just yet, Josh, but I'm going to have to do this because I don't know where you're going to go on this one. I'm going to go Rudy because...
Just to give me it?
To get you in because listen to me. Look at me. I'm looking at you, right?
I'm looking at you too. Look, eye contact.
Real life Rudy Rudiger at Grand Conclave was made a Kappa Sigma.
You're gonna pull that on me right now.
I was trying to
grab that
wait
one
till
out.
later.
I'm just saying,
Look, Chris, it doesn't matter. I'm going Rudy regardless.
Dang,
it is such a good movie. It is such a good movie, guys. It's
Do we
better
know
than the
Bobby
Waterboy. I love
Boucher's-
the Waterboy, but
Do we know Bobby Boucher's Greek affiliation?
You
Because
know,
I think this
don't
is
know.
unfair.
gives a crap?
But, like,
No,
I
this is
just
unfair.
don't know what his affiliation is.
I swear to God, guys, I was going.
He was
Rudy
a Kappa
there
Sig.
regardless.
Just to let you guys know, he was a Kappa Sig.
I was going Rudy there regardless, and we both know that he was the Waterboy was never Bobby Boucher was never Kappa Sig. He barely even went to college. Let's be honest.
It's probably like a teak or something like that.
Yeah. We had TK college. We had TK. That's hilarious. Actually,
You can't go Greek. Go
Dr.
teak,
Lubo
so.
says he's a Pike.
Ooh,
Really?
Pike's just like teak. So
I
there
was
you
gonna
go.
say Teak is probably better representation there.
So Little Giants versus Friday Night Lights. Chris, what do you think?
Ooh, this is probably the hardest one for me because I mean, me and my wife were just talking about Little Giants and how the quarterback was throwing the toilet paper in the aisle and lunchbox seeds. And then,
It's so
I mean, you got
good.
Al Bundy in that movie from Polk High, who had 4 touchdowns and 300 yards, the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. But I mean, Friday Night Lights, man, you got Preacher, man, who has that inspirational speech at halftime against Dallas Carter, talking about we played in 100-degree heat. They did too. You know, they I mean, that's just such a iconic speech for me. So I'm gonna push Friday Night Lights because of the inspirational speeches and moments that they had in this. So Friday Night Lights for me.
So I'm up next. It appears that way. So I listen. I love both these movies, and Little Giants might mean a little bit more to me personally, but just out of respect for like football movies in general, like Friday Night Lights is just such a good football movie. I'm going Friday Night Lights. I don't know where JL is going on this, and I don't want to leave it up to him. Friday Night Lights is moving on.
Safe bet. Yeah, I'm going Friday Night Lights too.
Okay,
All I know is I'm going to have a lot of stuff to watch this weekend because all I want
right.
to do now is watch these movies.
All right, yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
And
Most of them are on
the
Disney Plus too.
Yeah,
the Final Four. But regardless, JL, we have one of your tops in
I
here.
hate this. I hate this so much.
I am going to go Remember the Titans. I'm up first. I
What,
believe.
Josh? Are you kidding me?
I don't
can't
know
believe
safety.
you're not
like
going
we
safety
said,
on this
I
one.
have not voted for safety yet, but you guys have pushed it through so far. So are you
Just
going to
in the-
continue to do
just
so?
in the off chance that Chris really wants to make my day, I'm gonna go safety. I'm gonna let him decide. You know what, Chris? I respect whatever decision you go with. I love both of these movies. I trust you.
What do you think, Chris?
So a little backstory real quick. I'm sorry, JL. Obviously, I'm going to go Remember the Titans, but
Damn it.
Oh,
beer
obviously.
pong at the Kappa Sig house was me and the GM at the time, Matthew Filan, and we used to run fake 23 blast with a backside George reverse like your life depended on it. And he would move me out like I was a robot and he had the joystick. And I would throw the beer pong like this, the beer pong ball like that, when he pressed a button. And it would go in most times. So I'm going to go with
That's
Remember
fantastic.
the with
We
the
need a video.
backside George reverse.
We need a video of this.
You can't have any of the videos. I'm sorry.
That's so
I'm-
good. That's so
now,
good. They're hidden.
Your boss might get mad. Your 2-year-old boss might get upset.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
All right,
We
Rudy.
are at finally the last one to get to the championship. We have Rudy versus Friday Night Lights. This one. This one is the toughest one by far for me so far. Who the freaks up? Who went last time?
Chris.
I did.
Chris. So guess what? If Chris went last, it means jail is up first.
Give me Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights. Chris. You agree
Pain
or
me to
disagree?
say, I'm going to go Friday Night Lights as well.
I'm going Rudy. I definitely would have gone Rudy here. I wish Rudy won. I love Rudy. It means a lot to me. But Friday Night Lights is just as good, and it deserves to be here.
You know what? These are two really respectable movies to be in the final.
It really is. I'm glad that these two are here. I'm fine with this. I would have been cool with Rudy in here too, but it is what it is.
3-way championship.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we have the championship here. It's exciting. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I guess I'll kind of start out here.
Simon says, "Where is cheaper by the dozen?"
Simon, you can literally screw off with your cheaper buy the dozen takes, all right?
Every single movie bracket.
Oh,
I actually liked Cheaper by the Dozen a lot. I watched that movie a lot. For some reason, that movie made me kind of want to go into acting, and I don't know why. It just looked like a lot of fun. Like they probably had a lot of fun filming that.
Listen, I love Cheaper by the Dozen too, but it is not a football movie. We're not putting that in.
It is
here,
not.
right?
It is certainly not a football movie.
So, so honestly, when it comes down to it, I would prefer Friday Night Lights. I just think it's a better movie all in all.
I'm going to Remember the Titans, so
oh no,
Chris had to step away for a second, so wait for him to come back, but it's split. He's going to be the deciding factor.
Oh no, it makes me sick a little bit.
Jay says, can't arugula with these two in the finals.
Can't arugula. Is it you
cannot
literally
arugula.
just said arugula?
Arugula, yeah, that's what he said right there. See, can't arugula.
Absolutely.
Oh, Craig, good question. Where is Airbud Golden Receiver?
Oh, Golden Receiver.
Yeah,
see, that's the thing. I don't know. Would that have gotten too far? I want to ask Craig real fast. What movie are you taking out for that? Because that's the problem I ran into myself.
Any Given Sunday. We Are Marshall. Dum 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 dum.
Anything but radio.
Anything but radio or safety.
That's fair. I'm okay with that.
Chris, Josh and I both voted 1-1. It is your decision, my friend. The champion. Which movie's going on to win?
So both these movies have special place in my heart, obviously. Remember the Titans hosted in Alexandria, Virginia, where Virginia Kappa Sigma was first started. Remember Friday Night Lights, obviously by a Texas
beautiful
town.
Man, Chris.
Big guy. He said you're a beautiful man.
I was called man pretty back in the day, so I'll go with that. But, oh man, you hate to see Remember the Titans versus Friday Night Lights. Super, super hard for me.
I have no idea where he's going.
Me either. I'm holding my breath a little bit. Like I'm nervous.
I'm gonna have to go with. Hold on. I can't fit it on my ring finger anymore, but go get one of these. Go get one of these. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Friday Night Lights, baby. Tim.
He switched it up. He switched it up on us. He started saying the other one. Damn it, Chris.
Yes, Chris. That was my pick. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually very happy about this. I would have been fine with Remember the Titans.
You'll never see it. It was the biggest, it was the biggest crazy thing in my, juvenile life, right? Because all throughout when you're a little kid and you watch these movies, the good guys always win. And finally you're like, oh, they're going to beat Dallas Carter. And then you're like, oh, shit, they don't. And then you have to deal with that because they had to deal with it. And it's it teaches you things like obviously winning is super important. Learning how to cope with losing is also a life lesson. And winning isn't winning isn't everything. The wanting to win is everything. And that's what Friday Night Lights.
Damn, bro.
Chris, I mean, I know this wasn't planned, but I don't think you could have ended our live stream in any better way. You summed it up perfectly, and that's why I love Friday Night Lights so freaking much, because it was one of the first movies that kind of taught me that it's like life isn't all sunshine and rainbows, right?
I feel like that's what this stream is about. Like that's what our stream is trying to teach us, I guess. At the end of the day,
exactly.
That winning isn't everything, and also that JL, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly. We summed it up perfectly.
You're an idiot.
Yes.
Yeah. Nobody wants you to win. Okay. Nailed it. That was beautiful, Chris. Beautiful, Chris. Dog movies bracket next. Hell yeah.
That actually is not bad.
That's a really good idea.
That's not bad.
Marley,
the
comebacks. Yep. And Ketchup asked, "Where's the Disney's The Game Plan?" Is that the one with the Rock?
No.
There's only one Rock movie available per bracket. Sorry,
get that out of here. We already. Only one Rock movie. We had Gridiron Gang already.
There's a volume issue here. He's too big. He doesn't fit in there.
Yeah.
And so this is not sure I'm mad or sad the program didn't make it.
The program was literally the only movie on the edge, and then JL mentioned I forgot radio, so I had to squeeze that in.
James Caan, man. God, that's a great movie too. Latimer, I finally got a seat at the table. Yeah. The linebacker who breaks his leg and he's all about he's the opposite of Booby Miles. You hate to see that. That's wild.
Hate to see that. I hope we do like a sports bracket or something soon, or a sports movie bracket, so that we can get Hardball in here and it can just destroy everything.
Hard. I love it when you call me Big Papa.
Yes. Throw your hands in the air.
I love it.
Friday Night Lights.
So I think Snacks from BDGE posted about that. It was like on Twitter, you saw like there's like a trend or something where it's like crying at a movie, and then it was the movie, and they posted a clip from it, and it was Hardball, and I was just like, oh my God. Like I started crying right then, just looking at that GIF.
Maybe there's you have like a Keanu bracket and a Rock
Keanu bracket's a brilliant idea. We should definitely do a Keanu bracket. Next week.
He's my favorite. Week? Yes, sure. Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, Keanu Reeves. Yeah.
We got all really good ideas here. We got dog bracket and we got Keanu bracket.
Man, thank you guys. We need you guys. Where would we be without you?
Yes. All right. So we have determined by science that Chase Edmonds is the best running back 3, right? In redraft next year, 2021.
Yeah. Running back outside the top 24.
Okay.
By science, he's the best one you can get. So you're looking for a running back outside the top 24. Look for Chase Edmonds.
Yes, Chase Edmonds. Oh, Spielberg movies. We could do that. Yeah, we can have Craig on. Do that. That'd be fun. And also that Friday Night Lights is the best football movie ever created by science.
By science.
Yeah. Chris, thank you so much for coming on. This has been a blast. We definitely have to have you come on more.
We're best friends now.
It's awesome whenever we can have someone on who just like naturally fits right in. It's always dope.
Is. Yeah.
So tell people where they can find you, Chris, before we sign off here.
Yeah, for sure. First and foremost, guys, if y'all are watching this in the chat, I mean, like, go sub to these guys' YouTube. Go like their stuff. Go share their stuff, and then follow them on Twitter. Obviously, their handles are right there. You can see both. I get a little tongue tied, but they look very similar, right? So they're both Ben
FYF. Right? It starts with FYF. And,
don't go to FYF.com.
We have lighter skin tones, so call me Jeff. Call JL Jeff. We both start with J's. You know,
Jeff,
like how
Jeff,
can you give us like
easy, right?
Like I mean, it's easy.
You can find me at Aggie Kappa Sig on Twitter. I'm normally running around on there. My podcast, The Fantasy First Rounders, hosted by the Rum Boys, host myself, and then obviously 3 co-hosts, Tom, Billy, and Ryan. Those guys are super awesome. Go follow them. They'll teach us something about a tight end. Tom's hot takes are unprecedented. Actually had Troy King floored at his hot take. So you got to go check out these guys. Go check out Robbie. Go check out FF Peacock at the Rum Boys. The Rum Boys, they're doing big things. We're doing big things. Also, Sports Me. If you don't know what that app is, go get it, man. It's super fun. I'm on there. You can literally instant message me and say, Chris, what do you think? And let's have a battle about like your guy, Zeke Elliott, because I think he's garbage, but you think he's good. So let's talk about it and we can debate it. And, I'll throw some numbers out there for you. And we can kind of talk back and forth. So Sports Me is changing the game right now, especially for analysts as well. So y'all follow me, y'all follow these guys up here, and also Simon J Man in the chat, G-Man J. Can't say too many good things about that, or can't say enough good things about that guy, but he's
the man.
Honestly though,
no, Chris, we got to get it. I promised Robbie I'd do a battle on there on Sports Me this week, so
it's fun. Let me know, man. I'll get on there with you. I mean, it's super fun, especially when you know the people that you're talking to. Josh, I was on there and I got on just like a random battle, and this guy started singing to me and goes, "The star and crescent shall not be worn by every man, but only by." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "A to B," and I was like, "Oh,
did you let him win?"
Yeah, out of nowhere, and I was like, "Oh man, awesome." Okay, so
that's so cool, man.
And like I said in the private chat, you guys have to wrangle me in every now and then. My co-hosts do that, so like I've said enough. Y'all go.
We love it. You did our work for us. I love it. Make sure you definitely go follow Chris. He's fantastic. Go look. I'm sure we'll be on Rum Boys After Dark soon. I know Simon is going to go on soon. We'll have to get Josh on there. But if you go back, look, if you check out our channel under guest appearances, you'll see when I was on there with Chris, with Robbie. It's a good time. It's one of my favorite shows in the fantasy community. Cannot talk highly enough about what they're doing over there at Rum Boys. Mad respect for all you guys. Go download Sports Me. Look out for my battle, because I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to be something. Maybe you'll make it movie related.
I love it, man.
We'll see. All right.
I do have to say one thing
Oh, of
directly
course,
to Chris.
of
Can
course.
I just want to make a point. Trading does make fantasy fun.
It does.
Agree or disagree?
I totally agree.
Thank you. I love you.
I can't wait
man.
till you
We
get
are.
the tramp.
It's
I can't wait till you get to the tramp stamp, and then you don't have to say anything. You just get up and pull your shirt up, turn around, pull your shirt up for the camera.
Check out that my lower back. Yeah,
That's how we end every
trading
show.
makes fantasy fun. That's what's up.
I'm in.
We'll be back tomorrow playing some fantasy quiplash with Dynasty Bro Vic, along with G-Man J, and I believe Tim Chaos is going to be there. We'll have to confirm with him. Hopefully Simon. We'll see if he's feeling better. Thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Love you guys. Yeah.